All right, we're gonna get this started right now. I'm gonna start with this man right here. Hold on. Morning to Cap for Life in Manzano. Let's start right here. This is the greatest photo in the history of America. And I'm not joking with this, I'm dead serious. I watched this yesterday, and to see this man get shot and really try to blow his head off, and the person who they murdered him, the assailant, the assassin, missed Trump by inches of blowing his head off. And Donald Trump alertly felt something hit his ear, and look at that photo. The man is bleeding. There's another picture from with the blood coming down, but what I wanted to show you is this picture right here. Look at him pumping his fist in the air with the American flag flying right over. You cannot make this shit up. This is why, again, I'm a little biased because I grew up here in New York, and Trump was a New York socialite, you can say. If this picture doesn't tell you what left of us Americans who live our lives the way strong-willed men live their lives, because let's call it like it is. A lot of these men are soft, weak. This man is the tower of power in this country. And you listen to these newscasts, MSNBC, CNN, who had the audacity yesterday in their headline on their website saying that Trump fell. Trump tripped and fell. It's just absolutely asinine. There's a young lady, I'm going to say her name in a little bit, that broke the story. Shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins. She was on Watkins' show live, because I was going everywhere to see who had this on social media live on YouTube. And I'm going to pronounce the young lady, the other young lady who I watched her entire webcast yesterday. She was outstanding. I'll give her flowers in a little bit. The young lady, by the way, is gorgeous. The young lady that I watched her entire, most of her podcast. This is the history, the 248-year history of this country. That photo right there is America. Right there. Donald Trump, his fist raised high, right underneath the American flag, bleeding like crazy. Weak Secret Servicemen. That's what the Democrats are trying to say this morning, which is bullshit. This is what America is right there. That picture, that photo. That is America at its best. What Donald Trump showed everybody yesterday, almost assassinated to the world to see. I'm going to do a lot of baseball this morning. Yankees, I'm going to start with the Yankees in a minute and Aaron Judge, but let me finish this with Trump. If this doesn't tell you how tough Trump is, nothing will. By the way, Trump is fine. He flew home, let his family know he's okay. Then he's flying probably in the air right now to Milwaukee. Get ready for the convention tomorrow night. So, shout out to Trump, all the MAGA followers. Shout out to them. And let me get this young lady's name so I can give her some love right now. And I'll add one more thing to it. As a black man, I'm tired of Joe Biden and the Democrats' bullshit, letting all these goddamn migrant people in. And I promise you, when Trump wins, the first thing he's going to do is get rid of all of them. And he will get rid of all of them, or most of them anyway. Okay. Biden yesterday, again, at least yesterday, he had his senses to him. And he talked about this violence has to stop. No, Joe, you're the reason why this violence is going on. You, MSNBC, CNBC, CNN, all of you are the reason. ABC News, NBC News, CBS News, you're all the reason why this crazy shit is happening. You hate this man so much. All of you. You hate this man so much. All you all do every goddamn day is Trump this, Trump that. And it starts with that ass clown Joe Scarborough, by the way. He starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. Why I know? My mother watches that son of a bitch every day. You go to my mom's house, he's wide awake, sitting down, snacking on some goddamn Ritz crackers, watching that clown every day. Okay? He starts it, CNN runs with it. Joy Reid, her damn ass, her covered ass, going on every night talking about it. And don't get me started with Rachel Maddow or that bag lady, Simone Sanders. Don't get me started with them. Okay? All right? Them, the goddamn Democrats, the Boule Negro. Oh, man. I gotta do a show one night when it's a dead night. Maybe Tuesday night, because Wednesday night's dead. All sports is dead Wednesday night. Because the All-Star game is Tuesday. I'll think of one of these nights to kill them. Of course, Obama kept his coon ass mouth shut when it came to this. And don't get me started with Clinton and his wife. Nowhere to be found. Shout out to President Bush. At least him and Laura Bush sent their prayers to Trump's wife and family. Okay. I'll give Biden that about he came out and said he's trying to reach Trump. If I'm Trump, I won't even talk to him. I won't even talk to him. We all know that election was rigged 4 years ago. We all know that. And now look at the repercussions this country's going through right now. And let me add one more thing to it, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't kill black folks. You weak Negroes voted them in. This is the results you get. Sit on the couch. Don't say a damn word for this one. Okay? All right? Sit on the couch. All you Democrat black women and these flunky ass simpletons who do what the black woman tells them to do, you all sit out of this one. All right? Don't even go to the election booth. All right? Don't go. We don't want to hear from you. You folks did enough damage. Alphabet people too. Don't stay out of this. Okay? All right? Stay out of it. And you migrant people, don't get too comfortable. These are the same people who are getting every benefit in the goddamn planet by that idiot Joe Biden, and they're still complaining that they don't like it. Don't worry, keep your plastic bags tied up, because once Trump gets back in, and he will get back in, your ass is going back wherever you come from. Okay, all right. So what they did to Chicago is disgraceful, absolutely disgraceful. Okay, and that man right there is the tower of power in this nation, right there. Donald J. Trump. Look at that. Look at that photo. Bleeding, blood coming down his head, inches from being assassinated yesterday. And then here's the funny part: a couple of white guys saw the guy climbing up on the crawling up the building, the sniper, the assassin. They told the local police they're still there looking at Trump, and then when the bullets came, they finally realized, and the Secret Service and the FBI and those guys finally looked up. They saw him taking shots, and they blew his head off. And that guy, by the way, blew an innocent bystander's head off too. My condolences to their family for that young man's family. Okay, look at that. Two innocent. Trump was almost assassinated, and a poor young man lost his life because of some. I'm gonna get deep into this conspiracy. Not today, 'cause I'm doing sports this morning. I just want to get Trump out of the way first. I do believe that Antifa's taking responsibility for it. Uh, I do believe that the Democratic Party had a lot to do with this. I do. I think they tried to kill Trump because they know Trump is going to beat that idiot who's running this, who has basically him and the Black Widow, Kamala Harris, her black, no, I forgot, her Indian ass, okay? That Tever is ran this country into the ground, okay? Let's just call it like it is. They have. So my prayers are to the Donald, that's the nickname we gave him here in New York, the Donald and his family, and God bless him, that God's good saved this tough man, the true bloodline of America. His saved his life yesterday. And look at that picture. That is the greatest picture in the history of America right there. Right there. God bless you, Donald. God bless you. Okay? God bless you. On January 20th, when you get sworn in, then hell is going to pay. It's going to pay. Okay? It's going to happen. Brace yourself for it. Begin with those goddamn migrant workers getting the hell out of here with their plastic bags out of here. Okay? All right? All right, let's start the day off. The day we really want to start off, do some early morning baseball. Yankees and Orioles are going to start their game today at 11:35 Eastern Time. Yes, Sky News was terrific. It was Sky News, by the way, that had the innocent bystanders tell the story that they saw the sniper climbing off the wall in the building. And I'm gonna check that out, Cap. No doubt about that. I'm gonna take a look at that. Give me a couple. So glad to get Trump. Had to do Trump this morning. Had to do it, and I'm glad I did. Cap for Life wants me to look at something. I'm gonna look at all of this right now. First, they want to try to destroy your name if that don't work. Second, they're gonna try to put out you in jail, put you in jail. If that doesn't work, third, they will try to take you out. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. All right, let me go check this out. Like Cap for Life wants me to look at. Yeah, I think it's crazy what they're doing here, folks. And Donald Trump came inches, inches, America, from having his head blown off. Inches, inches. I see my mom's Sunday service online at her church. That's where she's at right now. Hope mom has a good service. I'll see mom on Tuesday because we're both busy tomorrow. I got a couple of doctor's appointments. I'm gonna find the young lady's name in a second, and she did a tremendous job yesterday evening. Cap wants me to look at. Let me take a look at this. Shout out to Cap for Life. Don Philly in the building. Morning, Don. I didn't know Trump was a bro. Don, if you still in the building, man. That's a good one, brother. That's a good one. I didn't know Trump was a black man. Yeah, you would have thought that Obama, they would have tried to kill Obama 8 years ago. Real talk. Can't believe Obama's been out of the White House for 8 years now. Don Philly, good morning to you. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I believe the Democrats are behind it. I believe, like all terrorists do, and I do believe that America, the Democrats, are the terrorists of this society. Remember, Donald Trump wants to stop wars. Joe Biden is giving at least $400 billion to Ukraine. That's right. Money that you can help people here in America, your own people who are struggling right now. You could be helping them. Instead, you want to help foreigners. Seriously, you got to be kidding me. Real talk. You got to be kidding me. Come on. I mean, it's over for them now. Now it's really over for them. And Trump survived? Oh, Lordy, Lord, Lord. Oh, yeah, Don. It's over for them, for the Democrats. And the Boule Negroes, you know, the Jack and Jill crowd, it's over for you. And it's going to be over for you for a long, 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 long time. Because you people destroyed this country. You all did. The hatred of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden towards African Americans, trying to replace us with these migrant people. And I hope black folks who are American. I don't care about the Caribbeans or the Africans or the Haitians. I don't care about that. I'm talking about black Americans. You better do your lineage because what they're trying to do is give all reparations money to the rest of them. I'm talking about the the black Latinos. I'm talking about the Africans, the Caribbeans, the Haitians, all of them. They're finding ways to give all reparations money to them. So you better, all you Negroes out there, you better start banding together, okay? Because time is running out on black Americans. Our replacements are already here. And I got news for you. These migrant people who are here, they come from countries where they ostracize black people of their lineage. They what I mean by that is black people who are Mexican, Colombian, Panamanian. They cut them off. So if they are that way where they came from, they're like that here now. Okay? I'm just saying. Did I get Don Philly up there? Yeah, I did. Don Philly in the building. You better start doing your lineage homework, black Americans, because they're coming for us. This stupid gender war. Gotta stop that. It's too late for that now. It's not about money anymore. It's about survival. Okay? It's about survival. Trust me when I tell you that. Let me see what Shake Money's talking about. I mean, Cap is talking about before I go strictly to baseball and sports. But I'm glad that I started my day with this because this had to be spoken about. Okay, I see it. Great job by Cap for Life. Some nut job, and this is Sky News over in Britain. They do a tremendous job. Uh, they were excellent last. I'm trying to find the young lady. Let me find her. I'll tell you who I'm talking about. She was absolutely awesome last night. Let me get her name right so I know who I'm talking about here. Cap for Life, right on point. Find that young lady's name, and she was absolutely awesome last night. Baby girl was on point last night with her coverage. Let me find this girl's name. Let me find this young girl. I see old A.G.A Wilson still feeling herself about how great she is. Let me find it. Let me find this young lady. I really want to start talking about. Everybody making fun of Kennedy Carter this morning. I don't know what's going on here. I don't care. Let me find this girl. I see her everywhere, but now I'm going to give the girl her props. Good job by Cap for Life. with that Sky report from 9 days ago that someone says they should try one of these sickos. We should try to assassinate President Trump, which is crazy. We find this girl. This girl, every time I'm chilling, this girl pops up everywhere. Now I want to give the girl her flowers. Boy, this girl was excellent last night. This young lady. Everything I see. Let me see what happened here. What a job by Trump, sticking his fist in the air. That is the greatest picture in the history of America. Shout out to Jay the Black. Last night he put a little uh, enjoyment in the Trump coverage. Trying to find this young lady. Where is she? She usually is all over my stuff. Every time I look up, it's her is around. And not because it's the algorithms. This girl got nearly 2 million subscribers. Congrats to her. Let me find out who she is. Make sure I pronounce her name right. Meanwhile, I'm looking for her. Let me get to the baseball. I see the Yankees are back to life all of a sudden. And I tell you, I'm going to talk about Aaron Judge 'cause I wanted to talk about him anyway while I'm looking for this young lady to give her flowers. All this stupid pop the balloon. When I look at, and shout out to Boyce Watkins, Dr. Boyce, the young lady on his show told everybody 10 minutes before the media said anything about an assassination attempt. She had the whole thing. She also had, like I said, she described the picture of Trump raising his fist in the air, the one I showed you a little while ago, right underneath the American flag. Greatest photo ever. So shout out to Dr. Boyce. Oh man, man. Nobody don't care about this young lady. Nothing of her, everything of her pops up. But when you want to give the girl her flowers, nothing of hers pop up. It's crazy. So can't wait to hear Tariq Nasheed's points about this. Let me try to do something. Yeah, Aaron Judge. Let me get to him real quick. Aaron Judge, it's something about him that is strange. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe because I'm used to Aaron Judge getting hurt all the time. But boy, I tell you, his career numbers are fascinating. Let me find this. Oh, let me find something. I'm gonna give her flowers right now. Yeah, when you look at Judge, you're like, yo, really? I don't know what it is about Aaron Judge, but he fits what the Yankees like to do. It's fascinating with Judge. You know what I'm saying? And the if you ask me right now between Judge, Harper, and Otani, who's the best player? Is definitely for me. It's Harper. Otani don't pitch anymore. If Otani was pitching, he would be the best player on the planet. But between Judge and Otani right now, you have to give it to Judge. And I never thought that would come out of my mouth. And the reason that is because Judge has made himself such a tremendous fielder now. I mean, Judges really have made himself a self-made megastar. And when you look at Judge now, um, you can understand why um, he is the player that MLB really pushes him. Yankees spanked the Orioles. One thing with the Orioles that I'm finding out more and more, the Yankees have done a number on them, and they'll play in exactly 2 hours. I forgot the Roku network has baseball on Sunday mornings now. Today's game is a damn good one for them, Yankees and Orioles. So that game will start in about 2 hours from now, from Camden Yards. But Aaron Judge, we've got the All Star game coming up Tuesday night, and I'm going to cover the All Star game. And I'm very honored to. It's the best All Star game in baseball, in sports, because they are serious when they play each other. There's no fooling around about it. Shout out to Auntie this morning. His purge is midnight Saturday morning. For the rest of us, that's when it's Friday night and the clock hits midnight, you'll hear the siren all over the place. But back to Judge. Uh, Judge, what are you gonna say? He's been doing it, man. And every time I look at him, I'm like, how? You know, if you ask me between him and Juan Soto, who I'll take first, I'll take Soto. Number one, he's 5 years, 6 years younger. And number two, Soto has done so many things already, including MVP of the World Series. You know what I'm saying? But Judge, hey, you know, hit a 500-foot blast yesterday, 34 home runs. He's going to hit 70 this year, or close to it. He's going to break his record from 2 years ago if he stays healthy. Garrett Cole was excellent yesterday. And the Yankees, they look good. We'll see how they look beginning Friday night when these teams begin to start the second half of the year. You know, trying to find this young lady, giving her props. All of a sudden, she's not in my algorithms. It always works that way, doesn't it? When you want to give someone their due for the job they did last night, and all of a sudden, uh, they're nowhere to be found. Djokovic and the young man has been killing the tennis tour lately are playing right now at center court. I don't have a I don't have a TV on, so I don't know what's happening there with Novak, and we'll see. Bryce Harper hit two monster blasts yesterday as the Phillies keep rolling. But we're gonna find out about the Phillies beginning 2 weeks from right now because they go to Minnesota on the 22nd, and then they go home to play the Indians. And when you think back on things, Harper is fulfilling his prophecy. Harper wins a championship, folks. He will be the next generational megastar to make it to Cooperstown because he was the chosen one. And if he wins a championship, so he has to do. Bryce gets one, he will fulfill his prophecy, and he'll go down as an all-time great. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can get excited about the Phillies, Philadelphia, but we'll see between now and the end of August, and then the middle of September. They got the Mets 7 times, and I don't know where the Mets are finding this offense from. All of a sudden, they have found some offense. Let me go to this, see if I can find Gorgeous, because she is gorgeous. Let me see. Let me see if I can find her here. So, as we head to the All Star break, the Futures game was just, I ain't paying no attention to it. I'll be live tonight while the draft is on. I'll have the draft on behind me as baseball goes to its illustrious All Star break. I see Richard Simmons died yesterday, the fitness guru, 76 years old. He died, uh, his birthday was Friday. Ain't that something? God bless them. Oh my God, I did not know this happened. Just happened 20 minutes ago. This young lady, I like women who are ass kickers. Like, in other words, women that are going to fight you back. I'm talking about physical. Because I was in a relationship like that many years ago. 90210, my house, I mean, excuse me, our house megastar actress. I'm going to give this woman her love. Shannon Doherty just died 20 minutes ago. Oh my God. Oh man. Wow. I'm going to watch this when I'm done here. So my prayers and my blessings is to the great Shannon Doherty, one of my favorite actresses. The young lady who didn't get along with nobody really. She was a hellraiser on the set, off the set. There was an episode of Charmed when Alyssa Milano snapped at her, and it was a part of the storyline, but it was intentional for real. Told her, "But why don't you stop being hard up and get some?" God damn! Wow, that's how much of a bitch. And I'm saying this in the loving way that Shannon Doherty was. And God took her away at 53. Wow, amazing. So we lost Shannon Doherty today. She had like a 20-year fight with cancer, and she succumbed to it. And she's in a better place now. God bless her soul. Shannon Doherty passes away this morning at 53. Wow. All right, we got some more news, tragic news. 4 dead, 9 injured in a mass shooting in North Birmingham, Alabama. Wow. All these crazy killings. I know you guys heard the story, you brothers out there especially, about the young lady who had a disagreement with the waitress at Church's Fried Chicken in Memphis. And while the waitress went outside for a cigarette break, the young lady pulled up and blew her head off, execution style. And I never said this before. I'll say it now. There is a woman hunt down in that neck of the woods for that lady. You got her identity and everything. They know who she is. The camera picked up her pure face, and there is a mass woman hunt for her right now down in the Memphis, Tennessee area. And the young lady's daughter hoped nothing but the worst for that woman. So, who killed her mother. So sad this morning. So Trump was almost assassinated uh, yesterday evening. Richard Simmons passed away, the fitness guru, yesterday evening early, and we lost Shannon Doherty this morning to cancer. She lost her fight to cancer. Four dead and nine injured in a mass shooting in North Alabama. Alabama. So the craziness continues in this country. I don't know what to say. Newt Gingrich said he was very emotional about Trump being close to being assassinated by inches. So, and shout out to Cap for Life with these videos. Crazy. Let me see who we lost yesterday also. Oh, Dr. Ruth passed away too? Wow, yesterday. Good looking, Tony. We lost Dr. Ruth yesterday. Wow. Uh, I'm going to bring Manzano up. I'm going to talk to him about Messi tonight. Messi's going up against Colombia tonight. Spain and England, 3 o'clock Eastern, playing over in Germany. I was going to talk about that. Before I finish with the baseball, let me say this. Then we're going to do Philip Truba. Then we're going to do Jacob Truba. Then we're going to do Djokovic. And then we're going to do the soccer. But let me finish with the baseball real quick. So the Orioles, again, getting checked at home. All those Yankee fans there over the weekend. And Yankee fans love Camden Yards, I tell you that. So good for the Yankees, but they awaken. I know baseball is happy now. And now the Yankees and the Indians in the last 3 weeks have walked into Camden Yards. The Cubs swept them this week in Camden Yards. So the Orioles are going through it right now. Maybe they need a break at the finish line. Cleveland's been up and down. Yankees have been up and down. Houston is coming on strong on the Mariners. The Mariners have already lost 2 out of 3 in Anaheim to the hapless Angels. Let me do Jacob Trouba real quick. Trouba, Calgary's offering Mackenzie Weegar for Kako and Trouba. If I am the Rangers, I will make that trade and tell Trouba just get the F out of here. I don't know what it is between the Rangers and Trouba. I heard a little bit has to do with, I believe, Trouba's mother. If you see the commercials during the NHL playoffs, Trouba's mom is going through cancer right now, and he's been with his mother a lot. And the Rangers have given him his space, but he's not too appreciative of what the Rangers have done for him. So he wants out. The Rangers want him out, and we'll see. Djokovic is playing right now. I have no update on that. Let me see if I can get an update on Djokovic. Is it me or the athletic is really falling off? Looks like the New York Times have bought the athletic. Yeah, that's exactly what's happened. All right, Team USA, and I was trying to talk about this the other night. Um, Choked again in the Copa America, and like LeBron James, and we know that weasel does this. The American soccer fan blames the coach on everything, like their team has won 5 World Cups. Their team hasn't done shit since the game of soccer exists. And where's Borgoff now about Team USA? Where's the Manzano's here? I'll get on him when he pulls up here. What happened to Team USA, the great USA team? Folks, let me tell you something. The USA is great at two things. I was going to say something, but because of what happened to Trump, I'm not going to say it. They're only good at basketball, and they're only good at American football. That's it. That's it. And their hockey program is top notch now. I'll give them that. I don't count women's sports. So, and this uh, so-called great soccer team has done nothing. They've been nothing but flop. Oh man. So, Chris Everett made a boo boo yesterday live about the young Italian girl who lost yesterday. What's her name? Jasmine Paolini? Paolini? Beautiful little girl, by the way. These girls are little girls to me. I don't get all crazy about. I'm not a guy that goes crazy over little girls. But let me get a Djokovic score. All right, Angel Reese at it again, taking shots at Caitlin Clark. Thank God football's here, because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, all you WNBA groupies, once they start training camp, it'll be nothing else up here. I'll do some some pennant races in here. But once exhibition starts, it's gonna be nothing but uh, football in here. I'm trying to think of the young lady from the Liberty who gave the marching orders to stop Angel Reese's bogus double streak. Have you ever seen two women that gets over talked about than Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? Oh man! Now I want to say this to the WNBA person. When Juju Watkins come in next year, are you going to do the same for her? Because I got news for you. Juju's better than both of them. A lot of guys who have this crush on Flaw J. Johnson think she's better than both of them. What a what a what a draft next year for the WNBA. I mean, it's a who's who of college women superstars, and then you add Cooper Flag and the other young man that these basketball fans are crazy about. Next year's draft for both the WNBA and the NBA is going to be fascinating. NBA draft next year is loaded. Lot of, I'm going to say it, a lot of white American basketball players would be at the top of next year's NBA draft. The beginning of the end, and I said this 3 years ago, a lot of guys boffed at me, the end of the NBA fandom of cronyism. I will say this, Manzano, get ready to pull up. We'll talk soccer in a minute. I will say this. What a way to shit on your fan base for the NBA. You know 80% of your fan base are African American, Black American. Shit, 90%. And now you're going to pull down your pants and diarrhea on all your fans. The Euros already killing it. Can you imagine next year's draft? I predicted it. You guys laughed. Oh, yeah, that's never going to happen. Oh, it's happening. And with your golden boy about to retire, oh, a couple of your golden boys are about to leave the NBA soon. Yeah, speaking of that, how's John Morant doing? Third Ward. Oh, I'm a bigger John Morant fan than you. Yeah, yeah. How's John? Where is John Morant, by the way? Just say. So, damn, I forgot the name of the basketball player. So, that's the end of the WNBA. All right, you got two big soccer games today. One is at 3 o'clock. I forgot the other time when Messi's playing against Colombia in the Copa, and Messi gave his commitment to Argentina as long as he can get up and walk. So, and of course, the game I care about. Oh, I didn't even see this. Oh, I didn't even know Sweetheart was in the chat. He say what's up to the beautiful, cynical one. Say what's up to Manzano, Raven, Jefferson. Shake Money's in here this morning. She was known for three shows. In the late 80s, Our House. That used to be on NBC. That used to come on Sunday nights. She was more famous for 90210 and Charmed. Those were her shows. You could see those shows all the time on TNT. I mean, they used to come on TNT early in the morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning, back in the early millennium. Cynical one in the building. Thank you, love. I hope you're having a good day. Or good morning anyway. I don't usually do shows this early on a Sunday, but I had to talk about Donald Trump. So I had to talk about him. Football tonight, everybody. 305 is back tonight. So we'll do football tonight. Cannot wait. We'll get Manzano up here to talk soccer in a minute. Shake Money in the building. Can't wait to hear from 305 tonight. It's been 3 weeks since he's gone. What you call it? Vamos, A.G.A. Canes Dolphins 89, got stitched up a week ago with his teeth in his mouth. He won't be speaking for a while. So everybody send their best to Vamos or to Canes. I hope Ravens okay with all that rain they got down in Texas. Raven Knight in the building, everybody. Good morning to Raven. My brother LaShawn Jefferson in the building. Morning, Jefferson. I wish I would have seen Cynical One. I was too busy talking. And that's what happens to me. When I start going, I start going. Where is she? Where is Gorgeous at? Yeah, I'm good this morning, Raven. The Cynical One say hello to a boy mates? No, she didn't. Girlfriend, she said hello to Raven. It's just a little thing between me and Cynical One. Don't worry about it. It's an IG thing. All right, Manzano, let's go. Go talk some soccer with Tony. Tony's in the building. Copa America and, of course, the Euros. England, one win away against Spain. As much as, there goes Vamos, as much as I am pulling for England to win today, I think Spain's going to beat them. Miami against Florida in Gainesville. That is on August 31st. That's the debut of our gambling show, our handicap show. Me and Platinum Elite that Saturday morning. I'm working on getting a guest up here to break down the big games that day. Now, that day. You know I'm pulling for the Hurricanes to beat Florida on that day. Vamos in the building. Hope he's feeling better. The other game, Messi against Colombia. You gotta go with Messi in that one. No question about it. You gotta go with Lionel Messi. And the Miami's playing some good soccer. Like you heard Big O the other day. It will mean the world to him to see an MLS championship in South Florida. And Florida Panthers are your Stanley Cup champions. Get used to it. And they earned it. And right now, it's like I said before, um, we're going to see some interesting things coming up. NFL is here next weekend. I'll begin my coverage on the 29th, and I can't wait to be my fifth year of doing football up here. 5 years of doing football. We're gonna have a new look, a new everything, a new intro, which is gonna be pretty cool. And we're gonna reboot this platform, and we're gonna go forward with it. Every Friday night's a late night show instead of the regular hours. I'll be on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday during the week. Unless there's a Monday night game that fascinates me, I'm off on Mondays. And Tuesday and Wednesdays and Friday, we're going to do morning shows. College football is on Saturday. Depends on the schedule. I mean, I'm not really big into college football. All right, Tony's here. I'm going to bring Tony up, talk about the two soccer games. But, like Big O said, it would mean the world to him to see Inter Miami win an MLS championship. And let's be honest. And Tony's going to be up here in a second. Let's be honest. Uh, if if Inter Miami wins the MLS, Miami, that's right, Miami will be the first city outside of Los Angeles that would have won every major championship. And I tell you, if you think Messi is big now, and Messi is Galaxian known, everybody in the galaxy know and love Lionel Messi. He pulls this off, folks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Uncle, you know what? You know what actually makes me upset? I get in an argument with. I have Boston fans and Lakers fans saying that Miami hasn't won championships. I'm like, what are you talking about? The Heat have won 3 championships. The Marlins have won 2. The Dolphins have won 2 Super
Hurricanes
Bowls.
won. Hurricanes have won five in football and four in baseball,
Yeah.
and now the Panthers got a Stanley Cup, and they're going to win a couple more.
Yeah. No, and honestly, I have. Wait, who's the finals? Is it Canada versus Argentina?
Say again.
Who's the finals for the Copa?
Colombia and Argentina. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you, man. Daniel Berry, go check him out. He does sports highlights. I like to talk to him about doing a highlight package for me. Hey, if you want to come up, come up. The link is right here. It's right above you. Pull up if you want to, Daniel. Yeah,
Uh,
go ahead, Tony. It's
yeah,
Colombia against Argentina.
yeah. I have honestly. I think Colombia dominates. I think Argentina dominates Colombia. I don't think Colombia really has a chance. I think it's gonna be like 3-0, 4-0, and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
the the game that's gonna be more interesting to me is gonna be England. Is it England versus Spain?
yeah. England and Spain. Yeah, it's at 3 o'clock our time. Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be the more interesting because honestly, did you see how young that young kid is that scored the winning goal?
yeah, yeah. I was watching it live. Yeah,
They said even Messi and Ronaldo when they turned pro didn't score a goal that early in their careers, and they
yeah.
were saying this kid might be better than Messi or Ronaldo.
The 16-year-old, right?
Yeah, Yamal.
Yeah,
And Uncle, I said in the chat, to me, I've never had faith in the United States. But the soccer federation specifically, because I don't think they really care about the sport. They're they care more about the corporate sponsors than they do the actual product on the field.
I believe that. I believe that because if you live in suburbia, folks, and I know this is going to be retarded, what I'm about to say, is nothing but soccer in suburbia. It is real about these soccer moms give these young players orange slices and water. That is real.
See, and
Okay.
we were talking about, I can't remember what platform we were talking. Oh, I go on another platform and we were talking about how um up up north you're seeing more you see more basketball courts and stuff like that, but once you get down to the south, soccer uh basketball courts are being replaced by soccer fields
It's
and
already
baseball
happened here.
fields.
Tony,
Yeah.
it's already happened here. You don't see no baseball fields. You don't see no basketball courts. Everything is skate parks and soccer fields here in New York.
Oh, there's no diamonds up there? No
It's
baseball
hard to
fields?
find. It's hard to find, really. This happened since, I'm gonna say, early 21st century. It's happened here that they took away the basketball courts, and now it's nothing but soccer fields and skate parks. Yeah.
Which, for me, having soccer fields up north makes no sense when you don't really have the weather that justifies it, to be honest. Like, to for high schools have
Go ahead, Tony.
you. Oh, what am I gonna say? It doesn't justify having replacing your basketball courts with soccer fields when your school your weather doesn't like justify having that.
I totally agree with you. I totally
But I
agree.
can't remember who said it. Like, they're trying to I think AAU is replacing these outdoor basketball courts and stuff like that
AAU is dying, by the way. It's
up there.
dying. It's dying all over the place, Tony.
You think so?
Oh, it is. Like, let's say you come from an AAU school, right? You're not going to college. You're going to the G League or you're going to Europe.
Okay. Oh, so I think honestly these private charter schools is replacing AAU, like in IMG Academy and stuff like that,
Hmm.
because they can hire former NBA players to be the coaches there and stuff like that.
This is from Cap for Life. And Cap says in Miami, they're converting abandoned warehouses into indoor soccer parks. It's actually becoming a really big thing. Plus, they do it in in the in the cut, but it's a lot of people do sign up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I've
you're
seen that.
right.
Actually, I've seen that. I know what Cap is talking about. They're doing that on the West Coast too, like in places like Tampa. They're turning abandoned warehouses to like these indoor arena soccer. They're gonna be using that for that arena. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it on TV, Uncle. That arena soccer, kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah. The indoor soccer league. Yeah, that was big in the 80s
I think
and
is
90s.
becoming more popular.
Well,
Thank
what it is this, Tony.
Messi.
Not only messy. I'm gonna tell you what it really is. It's two things. Number one, there's more Latinos other than white people. There's more Latinos here than anybody else in the country. Number two, really number one, they are so desperate to see the men's soccer team win. And what better way than develop young Latino and uh, immigrant young
Yeah,
people
from
to
Europe and
train
stuff
them?
like that.
And yeah, to train them because they're so desperate. I mean, Tony, the fallout from the fallout for them losing. And I was going to say this. This is what I wanted to say. I want you to be right here, and I want your comment on this. And USA soccer is like LeBron James. They blame the coach. They blame everything. Maybe your players are not that good. You ever thought about that, Team USA? Maybe your players cannot measure up to the
Yeah, no,
Argentinas, to the
yeah,
Spaniards.
no, and I've said this multiple times. The athletes go to soccer in the United States doesn't pay a lot, so the big athletes go to basketball,
Yes.
football, and baseball.
But you know what's going to happen, Tony? With the way the NBA is going now, and I predicted this 3 years ago, everybody laughed. Now it's a reality. More American black players, black athletes are going to go to soccer.
You think
Why?
so?
Oh, yeah. Why? Because they're more athletic than everybody else. The problem is, will they develop good enough to go to Europe or to Latin America to compete with the guys in La Liga and in the Premier League? That's going to be
Yeah,
the
no,
problem.
no, and that's what I said in the chat. To me, I do not trust the federation. They're going to be hiring coaches from the MLS who don't really. They're so and the reason why that is Don Garber is part of the board, and for the so he forces the federation to hire these MLS coaches who don't know, refuse to adjust to the what is it called, the international game and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, and honestly, I don't trust the hiring process. They're already saying we're going to hire Steve Sharundolo,
I
the
don't know who
former.
that is. Go ahead,
He
tell us who it is.
Sharundolo played with Landon Donovan. He was one of the midfielders with Donovan. He's a LAFC coach.
Okay, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we're so desperate to push the MLS, but honestly, what's gonna I think with Messi specifically, I think MLS, he has part ownership of a future franchise, a part ownership of Miami and a future franchise expansion team. So with a guy like Messi, I think he's. Would you say he was bigger than Beckham when Beckham came here?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? He delivered.
Beckham never did.
No,
So yeah,
Messi. I hate to say this because I'm loyal to my Manchester United dudes. Messi's just so much better. It's not
yeah,
even close.
and I don't know why people are still saying Ronaldo's better than him.
Because he's the pretty boy. That's why, Tony. The women love it. My mother only knows one player in soccer, Ronaldo.
So he's basically like Rafa Nadal in tennis.
Yeah,
No one
yeah.
no
But
one gives
Ronaldo is
respect
one of
to.
the all-time greats. I hate to say it, but he's one of the all-time greats, though.
Oh no, not I wrong comparison. He would be like Kovalchuk, basically.
No, no, more you hit it on the nose. He's more Rafa Nadal. Yeah,
Rafa won championships though.
I'm talking about the fandom.
The fandom,
Yeah, that's
not the
what gets
championship.
Ronaldo over. It's his fandom.
Uh, and and to me,
Great player, by the way.
for you, who are the top? You've watched soccer more than I have. I just recently
No,
started
you
watching.
watched it. You watched it 10 times more than I ever have. I'm dead serious.
Uh,
I'm dead serious about that.
uh, when it comes to the greatest soccer players of all time, when it when Messi gets into the conversation, it's always people say he already won the World Cup. So that argument has his consistency to me is the craziest thing. No player has been consistent over a long period of time where he was he was basically scoring 50 goals every year for Barcelona.
You know what it is about Messi? I'm gonna tell you the difference between Messi and somebody like
Ronaldo,
uh,
not
not Ronaldo. I got the guy. Uh,
Brazilian Ronaldo.
no, no, no. The guy who Neymar. There you go, Neymar. Oh, Neymar's always gonna be my whipping boy, folks. fucking, oh my god! I've never seen a player dive so much. Let me make my
Messi.
point. Let me make my point. You're gonna love this, Tony, because you're a Messi guy. With Lionel Messi, you get not only the man delivers when the lights are the brightest, but the man is authentic. I saw something
He's
that
not
happened
fake.
in Miami a couple of weeks ago. You like this, Tony? I don't know if you saw this. Uh, he was at a stoplight, and the little kids playing soccer down in Miami recognized him. All ran. Messi told them to stay back because of the traffic. When the traffic stopped again, Messi got out of his car and signed autographs for all those kids.
Yeah, and the craziest thing too. There's already reports. I'm not sure if Cap can back it up in Miami specifically that he's donating to the soccer programs in the high schools.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Messi's a guy that I'm gonna
he's
kill
more
you.
a man of the people. He's like,
Yes,
would you
yes,
say he's like? I have a question.
yes,
Would you compare him to like a Maradona? Like he's
yeah, yeah,
he's not like a Ronaldo who rather be with the rich people.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Messi's more like if I had to do a guy here in the states. Um,
Cal Ripken.
yeah, that's a good comparison.
Or I have a
Yeah, oh, I
master.
got it. I got it. I'm so stupid. Derek Jeter. You see, Jeter took 10. He took 7, 8 years away from the world. He has little toddlers as his kids right now. But what do you see now? Derek Jeter is everywhere. You can't shut him up. He's talked more in the last 2 years than I never heard him in my life as a Yankee.
What
Okay?
was Derek Jeter a big trash talker?
No, never. And when you see Jeter now, you can't get tired of him. I said that earlier about Aaron Judge this morning. When you look at Jeter, and I couldn't stand the bastard to be honest, but then I respect him because of the choice of women this man had and the way he handled himself. Jeter is the consummate man of the people. Well, Messi's the same
I'm
way.
gonna joke around. Um, Jeter is like what Max Scherzer is with when he went to the Dodgers,
Oh,
where
yeah,
you
speak
couldn't
of
shut him.
him. I was going to tell you this. Speak of him. This man wins a game last weekend. Okay, Max Scherzer. The next thing you know, he's on foul territory. You couldn't shut him up. Even the guys there, the former players, A.G.A just shook his head. They put the mic on him, and he can't shut up.
And me and you said this. Where was this in Washington?
Exactly. I mean, this man wins a championship, and damn, he pitched good in that World Series. This man wins a championship, and all of a sudden, he sees the bright lights. He tells everybody come around, and he's running his mouth for 45 minutes.
No, and this is what I like about Messi. He does interviews, but he doesn't brag about himself. He rather brag about his teammates than himself.
I'll
Have you
tell you
ever
right
seen him do
now.
interviews?
Who?
Messi.
I don't see Messi doing interviews, but I know one thing.
No, when he does interviews, you
I
need to
see
watch.
him when he doesn't. He's very
He's
humble.
very humble.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
rather
Messi's
brag.
good people.
He doesn't brag about himself. He rather brag about his teammates around him, like the young players that are improving. I've seen him doing an interview with a sports channel in Miami, WQYK 510, where Big O used to work.
I tell you right now, Manzano, he is gonna be, if he's not already, when Telemundo
You
does
think
their
Messi's
soccer
gonna start
feature.
talking trash?
No, they're gonna bring him to the studio. The women are gonna lose their minds seeing Lionel Messi right there at the studio.
Yeah,
I
no.
get the feeling Messi's gonna have a hell of a career
Was
with
there a tennis
soccer.
player that always like, in your honest opinion, not complain, but was there a big trash talking tennis player that you can remember?
Of course, McEnroe,
No, McEnroe
Agassi.
complained.
Yeah, but he talked trash. Jimmy Connors.
I thought Jimmy was humble.
No, he wasn't humble. Nadal, your boy Nadal.
Oh, Rafa.
Yeah, yeah. Can't stand. I thought it
Uh,
was. I don't like. I don't like this new guy now. Name
who?
starts with a C. I don't like him at all.
Oh, is he a Russian?
No, I think he's from Spain. He's the
Oh,
champion right
I know
now.
who you're talking about. The young teenager, right?
Yeah,
Is he a teenager?
yeah. Vamos says this is for you, man. Because we know you're the biggest Messi fan around. Uh, Messi is a class guy and he cares about the community, and he is a family guy. That is true.
Yeah,
Lionel Messi is the real deal, folks.
yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I compare him to Maradona. He well, you saw Maradona in his prime, Uncle. Was he a big trash talker or was he very humble?
He was talking all the shit in the world.
Maradona?
Yeah, oh yeah.
In your honest opinion, what old school soccer player would you compare Messi to? In your honest opinion, personality wise,
Tony,
maybe.
I never thought I would say this, but for me, the greatest soccer player I've ever saw was Pele. That's who he reminded me of. Because
Who?
Pele was a man of the people.
But I've heard Pele was a big trash talker though.
No, I never seen him talk trash. I've
Or
seen
am I
Pele
thinking
talk.
Maradona?
Yeah, Maradona talked a lot of shit. Well, he backed it up.
Um, Brazilian Ronaldo was pretty humble.
Yeah, because he knew how good he was. I'll say this for Ronaldo. In those penalty kicks and in the clutch, he came up big. He really did for Portugal. He came up big.
And in your honest opinion, when you look at Messi, do you think he would have been able to handle the physicality of soccer back then, or no?
Yeah, because of his skill set.
Yeah, yeah, no, and I think you compare. There's a hockey player that's like him too. I can't remember his name now. Uh, a hockey player that he kind of reminds me of that's humble, that doesn't talk a lot of trash. I would say Bark. He's like Barkov for the Panthers, but you've never heard Barkov talk a lot of trash. The person who's doing all the trash talking on that team is Kachuk.
Yeah.
Matthew Kachuk.
Djokovic,
You can never get Matthew Kachuk to shut up.
yeah. Djokovic and this kid Alcaraz, one set apiece. Djokovic won the first game of the third set, so these guys are going at it in Wimbledon.
Would you say Mbappe's becoming like? Uh, do you think Mbappe's gonna be like a Ronaldo, where he's not going to win a World Cup with France, or do you think he ends up winning a World Cup?
I see him winning a World Cup. You know why? France's uh, France's soccer and basketball program is ridiculous. The France is going to win. The problem with France is too much racism for France.
Yeah, no, we saw in Europe in general. I think European soccer fans in general are very racist. To be
They
honest,
are. They are.
look at what happened to the young English kids during the World Cup when they miss a they.
And Tony, you know what? One of those kids made the game-winning goal late with a minute left in the game the other day.
Oh, one of the kids who missed the
The penalty
penalty.
kick. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and you know what the sad part about that whole situation is? They were blaming these young kids for being put in that position, but they don't look at Southgate, the idiot who put them in that position.
Southgate wins today, Manzano. He wins today. They're going to look at him very differently in London tonight.
How crazy if that young kid wins the Euros? Would he be the youngest Euro? champion?
I believe so. Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, this is why, honestly, this is why I have Spain as my backup team in the World Cup.
Yeah. As much as I'm pulling for England, I think Spain's going to beat them. Yeah, they're more athletic.
And like they're more consistent in the final third. Do you agree, Spain?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know what is it. I don't know what is it with Southgate. Sometimes he backs off in the final third.
Yeah.
Do you think he's too conservative, in your honest opinion, as an England fan?
I wouldn't say conservative. I think he doesn't do his matchups well.
He's too inconsistent with his formations.
Yes. There you go. Yeah. Vamos says Mbappe is the next version of Messi. Give it time, he will be great as well.
I wouldn't say Messi.
I
When
think
I
he'll
look
make a
at
name for himself.
Yeah, no, but when I look at him, when I look at Mbappe specifically, I don't see Messi. I see more Zidane.
My
If you know
old
who I'm,
boy, Senator Zidane.
Zidane won a World Cup. What do you mean?
I know he did. Yeah, 1998.
Was that the one against Italy, or did he beat
That's
Spain?
when they beat. That's when they beat Brazil. Brand new at the time. Brand new soccer dome in Paris, and I saw that World Cup at my dad's house. God bless his soul. I saw that game. They beat Brazil, I think 2-0 in Paris. That
You've
was
seen
him. That was my boy was on Terry and Henry. That was they were on that France team. 1998.
and
That was in Paris.
for you. You've seen more World Cups than I have, Uncle. What's your best World Cup you've seen in terms of the overall quality of the tournament, where you didn't
The
know who
80,
was going to?
the 86, the one with the hands of God, when Maradona beat England.
Oh, was that the bicycle kick?
No,
His
they
bi-
felt he hit it with his hand.
a
Hands of
handball.
God. Yeah, that's what they call it, the hands of God. Yeah.
And Maradona couldn't shut up after that too.
Of course not. Did
He got lucky. He got away with it.
you ever see the video of Andres Cantor when he cried in the booth when Argentina won last year in the World Cup?
Oh,
You,
they put memes on it. Like, they posted a video on Twitter after that. I know what you're
that
talking
was
about. Yeah.
classic. That was classic. He cried in the booth, and his partner gave him a hug. Yeah, he cried in the booth when Messi got it done. There's some players, folks, that you want to win, see them win so bad that you get into them. You know, you really get into the player a lot. Happens. We're all
And
human.
Messi's one of them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Can, can you imagine if let's say Portugal had one that gone to? Do you think Ronaldo would have shut up?
Yeah, if Ronaldo would have won one World Cup with Portugal, oh
No, I'm
God,
talking about the trash talking.
oh yeah, yeah, he would have been talking a lot. He would have been everywhere around the world. Uh, if there is a bigger star than Lionel Messi in the soccer world, it is definitely Ronaldo.
Do you think? Would you say Ronaldo, Messi could be a crossover, like where he can cross over to other, where he can bring fans from other sports,
Of
like it,
course, it's Lionel Messi. They love him in Canada.
uh, so you think he's like a LeBron, kind of?
No, he's bigger than LeBron.
Oh, no, my mistake. Like a Jordan,
Yeah, he's in that class. Yeah,
a Kobe,
yeah.
a Kobe. He's in
No, he's
that type.
better. He's bigger than Kobe. He's in the he's
I
in the
thought Kobe
Jordan.
was a cultural a a a, a cultural icon where he actually crossed over to other. he had fans that weren't even basketball fans.
A little bit, but not like Jordan and Messi. Messi is, and no one else is like that. Beckham, believe it or not, Beckham is crosses over. Everybody loves Beckham, bro. Yeah, 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 folks. Later today, the Copa, Lionel Messi against Colombia. I think I'm with Manzano. I think Argentina romps. Wow, Lionel Messi. Mm. This man, folks, is a megastar beyond megastars. Wow. Hey Manzano, we gonna get your season tickets next this off season.
For Inter Miami,
Yeah, go see your boy. Yeah,
you I live on the other coast, so I won't be able to go to games.
I understand.
Yeah. So honestly, I have it. I'm supporting him by buying his jerseys and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
trying to get the Argentina jersey.
Oh, the blue and the white stripe one.
Yeah, and his classic Barcelona jersey, his old school Barcelona.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Messi's gonna be the first player in the history of soccer to win both a championship, multiple championships in Europe as a professional player, and in the MLS in another league outside of Europe. I don't think I don't think Beckham win championships in Europe.
Uh, no.
So yeah, I think Messi's gonna be the only player in soccer history to do that. When I think he won like 5 or 6 championships with Barcelona and stuff like that, and he's gonna be winning a championship with Inter Miami and MLS.
Oh, you talking like that? Pele won with the Cosmos. So did Franz Beckenbauer.
Oh no, but Pele won his championships in Brazil.
He won a
In the
World Cup.
no
He won a
no
cup.
what no not international soccer. I'm talking about club soccer. Pele won his championships in in the in club soccer in Brazil.
Oh, okay, I know what you're saying.
I,
The
I
Messi
think
will be the first one. Yeah, Messi.
I think. Oh wait, Beckenbauer I think won a championship in Europe with Munich, Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
So honestly, uh, Pe- by the time Pele or him and Beckenbauer, by the time they came into the MLS with the Cosmos, were they already a little bit past their prime, or were they still in their primes?
Pele was in his prime.
How about Beckenbauer?
Him too.
Oh, they were still in their prime.
Yeah. You know who was the owner of the Cosmos, right?
Who?
Stephen Ross, his father.
Oh Jesus! Oh God! No wonder that team went bankrupt.
All right, Djokovic is up 2 games to 1 in the third set.
Oh, you think Alcaraz is becoming like Messi? I mean, uh, Nadal, kind of talking
No, the
trash.
people look at him from what I hear, and they like him, but they say that he's a little bit too rah rah.
And Nadal wasn't.
Nadal was more like a rock star, man. You know, he was very cocky. The problem with Rafa Nadal is he always made up excuses when he didn't win,
He could.
and
He
then
couldn't. Wait,
and then
who did he? Wait, who was he always losing to? At Was it Nadal? Was it? Was he losing to
he was
Federer
he,
at Roland Garros all the time?
no, he would beat Federer all the time. And then the time Federer won, he didn't play. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
when
oh,
Djokovic beat his ass, he had no excuse because him and Djokovic cannot stand each other.
I like Joker better than both Federer and because I like by the time I started watching tennis is when Joker was starting starting his dominance. I didn't see a young Federer or Nadal, to be honest.
Federer was very robotic, but he was such a great player. How could you hate him? But the Nadal fans hate him. And then Djokovic, and this is the thing about Djokovic that makes Djokovic the GOAT, folks, and there's no question about it. When you have a 770 winning percentage against Nadal and Federer in major tournaments, there's no argument and no question who's the best.
Wait, who was like that for Serena? Who did she have a huge winning percentage against, like Federer has, like
What's her
Djokovic?
face? The gorgeous one. What's her name? The
Uh,
Russian.
oh, the one that
Sharapova. Sharapova.
Maria.
Yeah, they can't stand each other. Sharapova.
I would say with Serena around. Did she start her career after Davenport retired, or was
No,
Davenport?
no, so they all came up together, Tony. It was Sharapova, Hingis, the Williams sisters, Davenport, and there was one more girl in that group. And what's her face who got stabbed in the back? Monica Seles. They all came up at the same time. Early
Would you say
1990s.
You brought up Martina Hingis? Is she kind of robotic like a Federer?
Nah, Hingis was awesome, bro. But what happened to her was, remember they didn't have the medical technology like they do right now. She tore up her heel and she never recovered.
Oh no, no. What I'm talking about in terms of because when I see Federer do interviews, he's very robotic. He's very monotone. Was Hingis like that?
Nah, she was. Hingis was very talkative. She was very cocky. She spoke
Or
from
would you
one.
say that was the would you say that was Celis more Celis than Hingis?
Nah, Celis was a baller. She was very lovable.
Who was a
Every,
very robotic player that time for
Steffi
with
Graf,
Steffi?
Davenport.
Davenport wasn't good with interviews.
Yeah, they all were.
No, but you said robotic in terms of they were very monotone. They
Yeah,
did interviews, but you couldn't really get anything out of them.
yeah. The
I
young boy just beat Djokovic. Is 2-2 in the third set.
see for me, I like the Sampras Pete.
Yeah, I like Pete. I like Pistol Pete. Yeah. The reason why he doesn't get the love, Tony, he never won in Paris.
He won every other event except Paris.
Yeah.
Who did he always lose to? Was it?
Uh
I know he Agassi always used to beat him sometimes.
yeah, Agassi and what's his face?
It was a British guy. I can't remember the guy's name now.
Andy Murray.
Oh, Andy. Andy was Andy started around the same time as Sampras too.
Andy was with Djokovic. You know, Djokovic has been around 20 years, Tony. Believe it or not.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah. In tennis, you start young. Yeah, Djokovic has been around for a long time. Yeah.
And you know what? I can't remember who. There was a basketball player that I didn't realize been in the league. No, it was either a football player, basketball player, or a hockey player that I didn't realize he's been in the league very long and stuff like that. Uh, I didn't realize that Barkov's been in the league for 10 years already.
Bogov? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Speaking of Bogov, I gotta kill Jonathan Huberdeau, and this is what I told you people
He's
about these French
overrated. He's overrated.
about these French hockey players. I used to kill Martin Lemieux about this. Okay, all right. Last week Last weekend, uh, Huberdeau had his golf tournament in outside of Montreal, and he sat down with a French reporter and totally hated on the Florida Panthers for winning the Stanley Cup without him.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't their fault.
He
He
gave
couldn't produce.
Barkov all the love in the world and Ekblad. Everybody else, he said they were just lucky to beat Edmonton.
Wow.
You talk about sour grapes, folks.
Sour grapes and arrogance.
Oh
Do
my
the
God.
do the do the were all these French Canadian were these are these French Canadian pairs this arrogant?
That's who they are, man. That's who they are. But we're better than you. Yeah. Hmm.
No, no, because I can't remember. I think I seen they always do this for older hockey players. John Beliveau, when he would do interviews, he didn't seem very arrogant.
See, guys like Huberdeau and Mario, talk about Mario Lemieux, folks. These guys, they really didn't like it here in America. They would rather be in Montreal or Quebec City doing their thing.
I think most
Patrick
Canadian players
Waugh is
don't like
another
playing
one.
in America.
Yeah, Patrick Waugh is another one. But Patrick, unlike Huberdeau and Mario, he'll tell you in your face how he really feels about you. Okay, I give Patrick all the credit in the world. And there's certain players, Martin Brodeur is another one, that they would rather be wearing that Canadian jersey than playing in the United States.
See, and this is why I like Luongo. Luongo liked playing in the United States. Like he
All right,
wasn't. He's
Djokovic is up 3-2 on this kid in the third set. Yeah,
yeah. No,
no, go ahead. About
but
Luongo.
you agree with me. Luongo didn't. He's not like most Canadian players where they hated. Like he liked playing for the Panthers and the
Because from everything I hear, Tony, and I hate to say this, folks, this is for you Miami sports fans. The Panthers are the best organization going on right now in South Florida, folks. They treat
yeah
their players right and their fan base.
the two most consistent championship franchises uh playoff teams are the Heat and the Panthers. The past couple couple of years. You agree?
Shit, bro. And I know if Dolphin fans are listening, they're going to get mad. I'm going to say it one more time. And I said this to Big O 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when the Panthers went, damn, it's almost been a month. It starts upstairs, folks. It starts upstairs. Ownership, general manager, trust. And you guys out there who are Dolphin fans and Miami Hurricane fans and Marlin fans, you can hate on the Panthers all you want. Just like in Miami, you can hate on them all you want. They're gonna win championships for that city.
Yeah,
Florida's
no,
already done
and
it. Inter Miami is
Vominos. No, the national hockey media hated that the Panthers won the Stanley Cup. They were making excuses after the Stanley Cup that for instead of giving them respect, they were making excuses for Edmonton. You heard it.
yeah,
You were watching the
yeah.
broadcast. They were
I
making
was the one who
excuses.
was telling it to Moss how biased they were towards Edmonton. Yeah, I was the one saying it. Remember,
Yeah.
I'm fair, folks. I'm not biased. Oh my God, Edmonton this, Edmonton that. Jesus, God,
Because of McJesus. Because of McJesus.
yeah, that's the reason. And I got some Edmonton news, folks, that is burning up in Canada. I'll say it in a second. Yo, Mace, when the Florida Panthers won the Stanley Cup, did the national media show them love or no? No.
they said they got lucky. Edmonton, like the only person that I saw give them respect was their Boudreaux, their former coach on NHL Network. Boudreaux, and I forgot um they have a former player, a guy who used to
Bill
play for,
Lindsay. Bill Lindsay.
yeah, Bill Lindsay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bill Lindsay was the first general manager for the team, right?
No, he played for the team back in the 90s.
I thought he was their he became their GM too.
Nah, nah, he wasn't their GM.
Did he
No,
become a GM eventually
no,
or a
no,
coach?
nope. He was always an analyst once he got out of hockey. But hey, but let me tell you this about Florida. They got the hockey people's respect, and that's all that matters.
Yeah,
If it
hardcore.
wasn't for if it wasn't for the idiot goalie, folks, this shit should have ended in 5 games. Let's be honest here.
If you had a choice, like realistically,
Yeah.
um, I'm not gonna bring up about. I'm not gonna bring up Bobrovsky, but
Okay.
if you had a choice between McDavid and Barkov, who should have won that Conn Smythe?
McDavid. I'm gonna tell you why, Tony. I'm gonna tell you why. And even though I love Connor McDavid, that trophy was Bobowski's. He effed it up.
And I said that I'm not sure if the NHL's ever gonna do this, Uncle, but the Conn Smythe should be the award for the best player in the
On the winning
playoffs.
team, I agree.
No, no, no. I'm gonna say they they should have separate trophies. You know how they have MVP awards for the Super Bowl for the
Yeah,
best player,
yeah.
uh, and um, and they do that, and they do that for every conference. The Conn Smythe shouldn't be the MVP. That should be the best player award in the playoffs. But the conference finals, and the Stanley Cup should have their own MVP award named after, like they should have the Gretzky MVP. Like they should name the MVP award for the Stanley Cup after a great NHL player or something like that. Like they do for the Larry Bird Award and the NBA for the
Nah, hockey's too into their tradition, man. I always told you this, Tony. You're either in with the NHL or you're out. That's how they do shit. Just like your beloved world FIFA soccer is that way too. You're either in with what's going on or you're out.
but you understand where the argument comes from, where people are start even analysts are even hockey analysts are starting to think they should say the Conn Smythe should be the best player in the playoffs, but it shouldn't be the award you give after the Stanley Cup. It should be something you give. The award should be given as uh an award after maybe the the award should be awarded after the whole playoffs finishes, but not as an MVP award for the attached to the Stanley Cup. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because,
but unfortunately, hockey does things the way they do it.
but you understand where the
I
argument
know
is
what you're
coming from.
saying. I know what you're saying, but gotta remember something, folks. These were the highest rated NHL playoffs in history in North America.
Is there any team you think can beat Florida?
Well, Florida lost too many players, man. I don't know what they're going to do. They lost a lot of guys, Tony.
No,
Yo,
and
mate, Manzano, what do you think about the Marlins doing Marlin things? Laugh out loud. Sounds familiar. All right, what he means is, they announced to their fans a week and a half ago they will definitely trade their closer.
Chisholm.
The kid is from the Bronx, by the way, and his father brainwashed him. It was a cute story. The Yankees interviewed him when the Marlins came to New York earlier this year, and his father brainwashed him to being a Don Mattingly fan, so he loves Donnie baseball.
Oh, Josh Chisholm.
No, the lefty, the closer, your closer, your
Oh, Tanner
reliever.
Scott. Tanner Scott.
Yeah, him. And
And Vominos. I'm okay with trading Tanner Scott because Miami knows how to develop pitching. I don't honestly. I don't care about trading pitchers because we know how to develop that. Miami knows how to develop pitching. You agree,
of course
Uncle?
they do. Yeah, Yankees in the clubhouse, the leader in the clubhouse for Chisholm. By the way,
Yeah. So I'm fine with trading our pitching because we have two young. Our two best prospects are pitchers that we just drafted a year ago. If you look at our system, Uncle, the top two guys are Noble Meyer and Thomas White, two guys we just drafted last year.
yeah, the Marlins tonight. No, the baseball draft. I'll be on the air at the exact same time the draft is going to start. It starts at 6:30 Eastern time. We're doing football in here tonight. They will roast the Marlins. Remember, Kim Ing was ran out of the organization, so they're setting the Marlins up for the fall. And I was reading this morning. If they don't take a power hitting prospect, they're going to go all in on them tonight. The
They're
baseball people are tired of the Marlins drafting pitching every goddamn year.
and I understand why they're going to go into them, but let's be honest. When you know how to develop one thing, Miami in general hasn't been able to develop hitting. Like every once in a while, they develop good hitting. The only guys I can remember that were successful in our system as hitters are Rear Muto, Stanton, and Yelich and stuff like that, and Dan Ugla and stuff like that.
Damn, that's a name from the past.
You, well, you haven't heard the name Ugla in a while, have you?
God damn. You know what I'm laughing? Remember when they used to have if the winner gets home field for the World Series?
Yeah,
This has never happened before in the history of Major League Baseball. We're talking, folks, 160 years, folks. Dan Uglam in that All Star game. I forgot the All Star game, what year it was. Three straight errors in a row cost the National League the World Series, a home field.
and the funny thing is, when the Marlins won their two World
I
Series,
forgot what team was good that year.
it was a National League team. I think it was the Giants.
Like, goddamn, do I have to go to Yankee Stadium now? Or the Fenway because of your dumbass can't field the baseball?
Yeah, no, and it's funny. The two World Championships the Marlins won, we were the world. We weren't home field in either of those world.
You wasn't the first one. You was
Oh,
because Mesa blew it in the ninth inning.
no, I'm saying the American League team had
Oh no, they
the
didn't have it back then. The Marlins had a better record. The Marlins, both the Indians and Marlins, were wild card teams that year. But the Marlins had more wins than the Indians. That's what the Marlins had home
maybe
field.
I meant to say 2003. 2003.
Yeah, that was in because the players used to quit and go home early after a couple at bats.
Yes. So I think were you shocked when you saw the Marlins won that beat the Yankees?
No, I followed the Marlins that year. No, because I knew they had good pitching. And Cabrera came up, and they had Mike Lowell. They had good players.
Do you think?
I think the way they are now, I think it's sad.
Yeah. No.
Because,
For
like
me,
you said, Tony, you're right. They develop good pitching. Yeah, you know why? You know why they do that, Tony? Because pitching is cheaper than hitting.
yeah, it's easier to keep elite pitching than it is elite hitters. I
Yeah,
and and you know what it is? I think the mentality in that I'm not looking at the GM, but the guy they brought in from the guy they brought in from Texas, I think that's going to help them develop more hitting now because Texas knows how to develop hitting. You agree?
They always did. Yeah, they always did.
And they brought in a guy from the Mariners too in that front office. So they were play. I think honestly, I like Kimming, but I think she was doing way too much, in my honest opinion. I think
That
they're.
woman got you to the playoffs, bro. Enough said.
Oh no, no, and I agree with you, but the what I'm trying to say is I think hiring her at the time they hired her, I think they put
They
so much pressure.
no,
She
she did her job, Tony. No excuse. She got the Marlins into the playoffs. They fired her because they hated Jeter, and Jeter brought her in. That's why they fired her. They were
so
petty. They
yeah,
fired
no,
her
I agree
because
with you.
she
It's
was very
petty that they did that.
yeah. And look what they're doing now, Tony. You cannot support this. Vamos said it in the chat just now. He is very unhappy with the Marlins and Dolphins. But it's not about the Dolphins right now. It's about the Marlins. Bro, when you trade, I think Chisholm is overrated, by the way. But you getting rid of him and your closer. Boy.
Yeah, no, no, and to me, I think I don't of the mock drafts I've seen. A lot of people are saying the Marlins are going to draft a hitter. They're going to draft a young shortstop from Texas Westlake High School.
Well, he better hit for power. Djokovic, 4-3, third set against the young man. Let me get his name.
Alcaraz, Alcaraz.
Alcaraz. Yeah,
Uh,
Djokovic
uh,
up. Oh,
with
Djokovic
tennis,
up.
Uncle, you watch
Yeah.
tennis more than I do. Can you explain? I when I see when I see the scores, sometimes I see a small number next to a bigger number on the scorecard. What's the point
All
of
right,
that?
this is what it is. The small number, that's who's winning that set. Like right now, it's 4-3 Djokovic. But in the big number, Alcaraz right now is up 15 to nothing.
Okay, no, because they sometimes after the scorecard after the match finishes, they have a scorecard and they have
Yeah,
a small number. And what I thought that was is because sometimes the set goes a lot continues like continues flip flopping with advantage and stuff
yeah,
like that because no one
yeah.
could win. So I always thought that that was signifying that the the set was going on longer than it actually.
Yeah, it does sometimes. When it's 6-6, yeah. All right, Shannon Doherty is everywhere, and I was a big fan of hers.
Was she
Um,
a bit more of a TV person, or did she do a lot of movies too?
she was TV, and
Okay.
you know her background. She was a pain in the ass. Got fired on every show. Nobody liked her. Uh, Nobody
Uh,
really got along with her. And I was always a big fan of hers, and it breaks
was
my
she in
heart
a
that
wait? I can't remember who was on 90210 with her. Like, there
Jenny
was an
Garth, her, Jenny Garth, uh, Tori Spelling,
and there was a actor that
Luke
ended up
Perry, Luke
Matthew
Perry,
Perry.
Aaron Zine, Brian Patrick Clark. I mean Brian Austin Green. Excuse me, Brian Austin Green, and God bless us, and Jason. Damn, I forgot his last name.
Siegel.
No, nothing like that. Jason something.
Yeah,
And
no, and I can't remember. I thought that show was known for having former athletes on it too. They used to
nah,
have
that show didn't have that. No, not at all.
they didn't have guest
No.
stars on shows like that.
Nah, and we lost Luke Perry about 7, 8 years ago. God bless his soul. The great Luke Perry died of brain cancer. We lost him.
Was Matthew Perry on that show too?
No, he was on Friends. All right, Alcaraz tied Djokovic 4-4 in the third set. Uh,
I think this series, this match is gonna go on for like 3 hours, 3 or 4. Like this is gonna be one of those matches, but that you don't know who's going to win each set.
I
To be
would agree with
honest,
that. I would agree with that.
was Sanford and Agassi's matches like that too? You didn't know who was going to win.
Only against what's his face, Agassi. You're
No
amazed when
other.
the. All right, here we go. Manzano, don't be shocked if you use these words. What the f, Marlins? Trust me, it's coming. Yeah, the whole world knows it's coming. Vamos. They're
Yeah,
gonna. They already said they're gonna trade Chisholm and gonna trade the closer.
yeah. And you said it best. It's easier to keep pitching than it is hitting.
Yeah. It looks like Alcaraz is getting the momentum now on Djokovic. In English, the young man is beginning to make his move on Djokovic.
Let's hope he like. I think Alcaraz. Let's tone it down with the hype around this kid. He's still young. They're
Hey,
already
he
saying
won
he's
four
getting.
majors already, Tony. He's already won four majors.
Oh, he has.
Yeah, gotta give him. You gotta give him the credit. Yeah,
Uh, did he win the? Did he win Roland Garros?
Djokovic won your Rolling Garros.
Did he win the U.S.?
U.S. is next.
No,
Djokovic didn't play in Australia, so U.S.
no,
is at the end of August.
no. I'm saying for Alcaraz, did he win the French
Yeah, he
Open?
won the U.S. Open already. Yeah,
So he won. Okay, he won Australia. He won. Uh,
I don't know if he won Australia. I know he's won Wimbledon. He won the U.S. Open.
what's the other major? Like I, what's the
Maybe he
fourth
did win.
major?
Maybe he did win Australia. Maybe.
So he needs to. All he needs to do is.
I think he
What?
has to win in Paris. That's it.
So wait for tennis, is it a a triple crown or a quadruple
You have to
crown?
win all quadruple crown. You gotta win all four tournaments in your career.
So you have to win the French, the U.S.,
Your Australia and
Australian,
Wimbledon.
and Wimbledon.
Yeah.
And wait, has Joker won it twice?
Djokovic owns Wimbledon, bro.
No. What I'm asking has Joker won the quadruple crown twice, where he's won all four events already, multiple times.
No, he never. You no. You gotta win it to win the win the win all four. You gotta do it in 1 year. But what you're asking, how many times did Djokovic win? Each one?
Yeah,
I know he's won his most in Australia and in Wimbledon. I think he won four French.
I think for me, I think Joker's more of a grass court guy.
Yes, and hard court. Hey, once he beat Nadal badly in Wimbledon. I mean, excuse me, in Paris. Nadal can't say shit. He won't dare say anything to Djokovic like he did Federer.
And Federer's too nice.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
No,
They
no.
don't like
What
each
I
other, believe it or not. They just don't.
no, no. But what I'm saying with Joker specifically, in general, I think he's as a whole. I think he's better on grass courts than he is on clay or hard. To be on clay courts or hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Joker is great on grass. Yeah, that's his best surface. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. Then I think Federer is the one that's dominant on clay and hard, but he struggles on grass.
No, Federer struggles on clay.
Oh, so he doesn't do well in Roland Garros.
No,
Wait, is is the U.S. what the court in New York is that clay or hard or
hard, hard.
so France is the only major that's a clay court.
Yes.
So Wimbledon and the U.S. are hard courts.
No, Wimbledon's grass. The hard courts are U.S. and Australia.
Wait, I thought what is it called? I thought I've always assumed because I've seen some of their courts that they show during the tournament that there were grass.
Nah, he what you call it? His career is what you call it? Wimbledon is grass. Australia and U.S. is hard, and France and the French Open's clay.
Yeah, I think they say I think Djokovic has the highest in tennis history, the highest winning percentage on grass.
Also, the thing about Djokovic is he dominated the two best players at the same time he was there. That means a lot. That means a
Yeah,
lot, Tony. When you're
yeah, and
kicking both Federer and Nadal's ass in major tournaments at the same time, that's telling you his dominance.
and you know, and I think I've said this before with Joker. I think his play style is more beneficial on grass. How he plays
I totally
tennis.
agree. Yeah.
That I think that's why he struggles on. He sometimes struggles so much at in Roland Garros.
He used to struggle in Roland Garros. Like I said, once
No,
he beat, yeah,
before
before, yeah,
he yeah before
yeah,
he
before,
beat down Nadal.
yes.
That's what I'm saying. I think his play style benefits grass and the hard courts more than it does the clay. Because he's a. Would you say he's a? When you look at uh, when you look at Joker, would you say he's more of a aggressive player or more of a player that's laid back and waits for his opponents to make mistakes?
Djokovic attacks.
So he he's out of the three guys we've been talking about. Joker's the more aggressive. Nadal's right in the middle, and Federer's more of the conservative that waits for his opponents to make the mistakes.
Yeah.
Or is
I'm
it would
looking.
you or would you flip it around? Would you say Nadal is more the conservative one, and Federer's in the middle?
Alcaraz up 5-4 on Djokovic in the third set. I'm looking at the all-time rankings. This kid Alcaraz is already 16th of all time, and
What?
he's been number
16
one.
already?
Yeah, and he's been number one 20 straight weeks in a row.
What's and you're honest, you've seen Joker a long time. What's the longest he's held number one?
I'll let you know right now.
I think he has a
122 straight weeks. The only player in the history of the sport that did more is Federer, 237. That tells you how dominant Roger Federer was.
a dream matchup I would like to see would have been do you think a guy like McEnroe would give John McEnroe or Jimmy Connors would give Djokovic a serious problem,
No,
or he would dominate them?
you'll dominate those guys.
Who would be a guy that you would think would give Joe like of an old school tennis player that would give him serious issues?
Ivan Lendl.
Lindell,
Know who else? Boom Boom. Boris
Bo-
Becker.
Boris Becker.
Yeah, that used to be his coach, but that blew up.
What happened?
Some guy named Ronka used to beat him And I used to, man, if you saw how angry I was about that, bro, and that entourage blew up.
And I think it was the best. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying that. I think it was the best move. That was the best thing that happened to Joker's career.
I hate to say it, but it was. I will say this though. It was because of Becker. He started winning. I will
So
give
you
Boris
think
Becker a
Boris,
lot of credit.
a prime Boris would give, like, the way Boris played would give Joker serious problems?
Yeah,
Would you
yeah.
say Becker is an aggressive tennis player, or was he more conservative, or
He
right
was
in the
he was
middle?
very aggressive.
How about Lindell
He was a robot.
on the court?
Probably the biggest robot of all time.
He was very mechanical in how he played.
Hell yeah, it was boring, but he was effective. He
Who
was
was
very
like
effective. He was great. He was a great. He's forgotten because America hated Ivan Lendl.
Americans hated Lindell?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Why?
boring.
Because, of course, you would say he's boring because you had the two most arrogant guys coming around the same time.
You could say that. Yeah, yeah. You could
Jimmy
say that.
Connors couldn't shut up. Jimmy wouldn't shut up. Neither would McEnroe.
Yeah, and you have Max Relander back then. You have my boy Vitas Gerolaitis. God bless his soul.
Who's
My
Vitas? I
doctor
never
was
heard. That's the first. I've never heard of that guy before.
Vitas Gerolaitis.
Yeah.
Hell of a tennis player.
How
My
about
doctor used to hang out with him in the Hamptons. My doctor.
Landis?
Landis.
The guy that you just Max.
Lindell.
No, you said uh Max Van something.
Max
You
Wielander.
we
Yeah,
Is he
Wielander
American?
was good. Yeah,
Is
the American guys were the 1990s. That's when a whole bunch of Americans came in. What's up, that boy? Melina's in the building. What's up, everybody? Give me a second. Go ahead, Tony. Keep talking. Everybody's here now. Go ahead.
hey Vader, what's up?
Talk about soccer.
Uh Miss Molina, I'm actually I finally gave up hope on the trusting the Federation. They're more corporate than they are caring about the product on the field, so I'm switching my allegiances purely to Spain for international soccer now. I want to have faith in the United States, but their track record has shown otherwise, that they don't know how to hire coaches.
Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, my heart's with England, but I think Spain's gonna win today, and I love Argentina and Messi to roll today against Colombia.
Yeah, no, and I'm gonna say this. I think the finals in the World Cup is gonna be Spain versus either Spain versus France or Spain versus Argentina.
Mom, I'm getting the bus for you.
You agree with me,
Oh, you
Uncle, about the finals predictions? It's either gonna be
what
Spain
you
versus
calling me about?
Argentina or Spain versus France.
Oh, okay, you got it, Mom. Give me a couple minutes. Mom, I love you. I'll get back to you. Give me a. That's the thing. All right, bye, Mom. Bye. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Uber. I'll call you right back. Bye.
Uh, you have to get off, Uncle.
No, I'm right here. Oh, what I was
Oh,
gonna say?
oh no,
Um,
what I was
I
saying
heard
is,
everything you said. Yeah, Spain versus Argentina or France. I could see that.
and
And
who do you think wins that? final versus
When you gotta go Argentina, they're hot right now.
versus
You gotta go
you.
Argentina.
If your mom makes it to the World Cup final, honestly,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, go ahead,
honestly,
man.
I would
Yeah,
give
go
them
ahead.
credit, but to be honest, I agree with you. It's Argentina's time. I think they're going to be the dominant country the next few years. The next like two, three, the next couple of cycles for the Olympics, for the World Cup.
Yeah, because Argentina believes in their legendary player. On some teams that are good, like Brazil is a perfect example of this. I saw this 6 years ago, and I saw this last year. When you got an idiot like Neymar as your star player, that's not going to work. I'm with Melina. Come on, England. Yeah, Neymar dives too much for me, man.
They used to say that same argument for Messi too, that Messi would dive too much when he was younger.
I mean, my God, Neymar, bro. I saw that in the 2018 World Cup, and I'm like, you wonder why Americans snub their
Yeah.
noses at you. I say that, yeah, because you're diving everywhere, bro. Come on, man. I
he,
got no respect for that.
I've said this. Neymar is basically the soccer LeBron of soccer
I can see that.
because they start crying when the and flopping all the time.
Yeah, yeah, all the time. Me and Tony Manzano up here, folks, chilling, talking about everything. Let me.
So you grew up with Richard Simmons. Can you tell me, like, was he like, did he do the workout videos way before Jane Fonda, or Jane Fonda did them before
Who?
Richard Simmons?
Oh, he was an exercise guru back in the 80s.
No, no, that's what I'm saying. Was he the one doing the exercise videos first, or did
Yeah, it
Jane
was him.
Fonda?
Yeah, it was him. It was him.
Okay, I've always assumed it was Jane Fonda that did
Then
them
Jane
first.
Fonda came along. Yeah. Then
And
Jane
Doctor,
Fonda came along.
yeah, and so you were shocked when you heard tell you in the chat that Dr. Ruth passed away too.
Yeah, because I didn't hear about that.
They died around the same. They died before that the rally, I think.
Yeah, it's sad, man.
So Shannon Doherty was a person who caused a lot of issues on set.
Yeah, she was a real bitch, and I mean that in a very complimentary way.
When when I hear that term, I've always assumed that's a negative thing for women in acting.
It is, but she was a troublemaker, bro. She really was, man. You know. But I loved her. I didn't care what people say. I loved her. Tony, don't hang up. I'll be there. Don't leave. I'll be there back in a second.
Miss Molina, do you agree with? I th- Honestly, I think Spain is get. I think Spain shuts out England. I think England has a chance, but I think Spain might shut them out today. Oh no, I, I think the game ends in a 2-1, 2-1, a 2-1 win for Spain, but they go into a shootout. The Argentina versus Colombia is a game that I think ends in a horrible blowout, like 5-0, 4-0, 5-0. You agree? Or do you think Colombia actually keeps the game close? Hmm.
Yeah, keep talking to me. They're still here. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I was. I wasn't sure if Miss Molina left or something. I asked. I said that I believe the Spain England goes to a shootout and ends 2-1 for Spain though. But the the Argentina versus the Argentina versus Colombia is in a 4-0 win or a 5-0 win for Argentina.
Yeah, it should be interesting today. I'll tell you that, Tony. It's gonna be very interesting.
So do you agree with me? Do you think that England versus Spain might go to a shootout?
It could be, yeah.
But like I said, the prediction for I don't think Colombia has a chance. I really don't. I think they get blown out by Argentina, unless I'm not giving Colombia enough respect.
Yeah, it should be a good match today. It really
So,
should be.
no, for Argentina versus Colombia, am I not giving Argentina enough respect, or I mean Colombia enough respect, thinking Argentina just gonna walk through them?
Argentina's gonna blow them out. Don't even worry about the game. All right, folks. Thank you for being here, Melina, Dat Boy. Uh, Ramos was great today. AB Cap was awesome with that video. The beautiful, cynical one. Daniel Burry, Tony Manzano, of course. Shake Money was here for a second. LaShawn Jefferson, Raven Knight, and my boy Don Philly. I'll see you tonight, folks. NFL tonight. Don't worry, we have it. 6:30 Eastern time. Have a good day from the Oasis.